Brilliant. Welcome to Narrowboat James Bill. Hope you're well. Thanks for joining me. Well, this is excellent. I need to build a or some kind of securing thing in there for the bottles. So something like you get in a wine tray or something, so the bottles don't move around when the boat's in motion. But yeah, that's great. Having something in the bottom of it makes it look really good. Happy days. The plan for today is to kind of a few odds and sods this afternoon. It's about 5 o'clock now, so I've got to do a little bit of painting on the front and really kind of dry out the engine bay as much as I can, get rid of all the shit in the bottom, and because we've got a few days of good weather coming up, so I want the sun to dry it all out. Then I can degrease it, vac tan it, and then put some bilge paint down there. I want it all to be as kind of light as it can be down the bottom there, just to make it look cleaner, but obviously if you drop anything then you can see what you dropped and bits and pieces like that. So yeah, quite a lot to crack on with. These doors have all gone off really nicely now, so all I need to do is kind of just smarten them up a little bit with some Manchester red. They're obviously going to need a couple more coats, I just want to smarten it up. I've got to do some more black on here, but yeah, just going to go around the boat putting some red on whilst I got the paint out. As I've kind of recently done some cutting in the hole down there, I'm going to put in the vents for underneath the electrics cupboard, because that's kind of slowly filling up. So I need to get that done now. Okay, so one of the next things I need to do is put the kind of the carcass in for the electrics cupboard. I need to put in the fuse panel, which is going to sit probably either on top here, on the side here. No, it's not going to be there. It's either going to be on the top there, or maybe here. There might be a little boxing bit going around there. Anyway, so put a piece of batten, 2x1 going across to there, one going down. This bit's going to be a fixed panel. There'll be doors opening there, and then a piece on there. I don't know what the doors are going to be yet. Don't know how it's going to be finished, but yeah. That's the plan. This one's going to go on the top there, above the charger controller, and this one is going to go, well, that my plan was for that one to go in the base. It's too big. If you go all the way down the end, but even then it's too big. So I think what I'm going to do is basically cut it in half. It's only thin aluminium, so I reckon the jigsaw will get through that in no time at all. And then I can kind of, I might have to trim it quite a bit actually, and maybe put one there and one there, because there's a batten going down across there. So yeah, one there and one there. I could put holes in there, but this is better. Goggles. This is going to be horrible, but hey ho. So these are the two vents now I've made, or cut out, shall I say. So what I want to do is just mark out the kind of holes. So what I'm going to do, I haven't quite worked out. I was thinking about just making two big round holes under that, basically. That's what I'm going to do, just to make it easy, because there's bricks under there and the jigsaw's going to go all, you know, through it and stuff like that. So I think, yeah, two on this plate here, that'll be fine. Obviously there's a thing there, so I'll have to put it here. Right, there's the foil, there's the black floor, there's some insulation. Nothing under there after all of that. Oh, what? There isn't even a batten there. Or is there? No, there isn't. That's those ones going across there. Damn it. Okay, well, so 4 of these, and then that should be all right. Okay, so the vents are in. It's funny, when I cut the floor, it does all feel quite like warm and kind of damp and a bit fusty, the air is down there. So yeah, this ventilation, and that's with all the holes already cut, so yeah, it needs quite a lot of ventilation. Next up, I need to measure up and cut out the top. Right, so I'll put those braces in at the back just to support the shelf. And obviously I've made a cutaway there because, well, obviously it's just to provide a bit of ventilation for this, and I'm going to have the grill above there. So that's the next thing now, is to measure out, mark out and cut out the grill to go on the top of this piece. So that's going to be the position of the grill on the top there. I'm going to be having the grills facing the wall, so that no bits don't easily fall in there. And in terms of the size of the hole I'm doing on this one, I'm going to actually cut a rectangle out, because obviously as heat rises I just want the biggest aperture in this as possible. Right, so the next thing I need to do is to put in a batten down there and a batten across there, and basically build some kind of box around here. It's only going to come out about maybe 100 mil, something like that, and it's going to cover all of this up. It's just going to give me some flexibility of where I can mount some dials and switches, engine start key, things like that. Okay, so I've put in a couple of uprights there and an upright there just to support this piece, which will go in like that. And now I'm going to put a front panel on there, and that is going to house that. And then I'm going to have an access panel in here, magnetic, I'll take out, and I'll be able to access the back of that. The other way of doing it would be hinging it, but I haven't really got the space. And I want them there as opposed to there, because the kids are going to be mucking around with them all if they're there. And also, again, this area, it's easier to access it there to get round there than it is to access it there to get behind here, if you see what I mean. Okay, so what I've done is just scribe this edge onto there. Get rid of that. Okay, so that will fit in there. All that stuff will go up into the conduit tray. So now all I need to do is put in this side here. So that goes in there. That'll go along there. So I'm just going to trim it across there now. This is going to be cladded or finished in some way. I haven't worked it out yet. I might just paint it. Yeah, so square that off. Make a little ledge for the top there. Right, so this has been trimmed down to size. So that should fit in there. There. Right, so the carcass of the electrics cupboard is looking a bit better. It's getting a bit dark in here though now, so time to swap batteries, I think. So yeah, switch panel will go there. Plenty of space for some other bits there. Good. Okay, now it's time to put in the switch panel. So there's the board. That's going to fit in there. Just going to square it off against the bottom edge. It's going to be in there like that. And there's a few spots up there should I need some extra switches. Okay, so here's the front of the board. I'll just explain kind of what this is briefly. So this is a fused switch panel with 10 switches on it. It's got circuit breakers in them, so if anything was to fuse, basically the circuit breaker goes, you push that, it resets it, and then inside here you can replace these individual circuit breakers. They've got a certain amount of goes basically with them until they've gone, and then you can replace them. They're about £5 each. The setup on the back's really kind of straightforward. Each of these sets of sockets, switches, sorry, has their own kind of amp rating. So these top two are 5, then 10, and the bottom one's 15. So whatever appliance you've got, you'll need to obviously figure it, wire it up accordingly. So the 15 will go to the kitchen, galley. The 10 will go to the bathroom, or all the wet system will be on the 10, or it might be the other way around actually. Here, the wet system's on 15, because it's got further to go. The fridge and the galley will be on 10, the dinette will be on 10, lights will be on 5, and the other sockets will be on 5. But I said there might be some extra bits I can put up the top here. And these are really quite straightforward. So you wire it up, they just kind of wire up the positives on those two, then they all become positive, and then you just connect in whatever one you want, and that makes the switch live. So it's really quite straightforward, nice and neat. So on the back I'll be able to access everything through that side panel. So yeah, that's good. Just looking at a way now of kind of mounting that on the electrics cupboard. Okay, so this is what it looks like at the moment. I think that panel looks good there. It's kind of out of harm's way for the kids. No one's going to brush past it and knock a switch or anything. It's easy enough to see what they all are. You don't have to kind of bend down too much. Right, now I'm just going to kind of attach it all in. Okay, the electric cupboard's taking shape quite nicely. Just not very easy to see around here, but I can take this panel out quite easily, so when I need to when I do all the main install kind of later on in the week, or whenever it's going to be, then I might take this panel off, but for the moment that works well. So I kind of taught you through the basic principles behind it. There is going to be kind of 10-15 cables in here, all the stuff coming down from the galley and coming down from the bedroom and the bathroom all comes into this area here, kind of feeds down through here. You can see the conduit coming down, there's the other bits. So kind of neatly kind of stowed away. There's plenty of space there for the cables and the wires and bits and pieces. Then obviously at the front it's going to be where the majority of the switches are. There's going to be a few more switches down here maybe for extra bits and pieces. This I haven't quite made up my mind, because I could easily have a demountable top there, and I can get in and do everything with what I've realised. So this I might secure up and then have that for the ignition or dials or whatever it might be. That's probably just going to be maybe some battery monitors, charge monitor, things like that, visible. And then a couple of cupboards there. Obviously the batteries won't stay there, they're all going in the battery box. But I don't really want too much stuff in here, to be honest. So yeah, I'm well happy with that. It's taking shape nicely. All of a sudden there's quite a lot of lighting stuff going on. It's made it quite a big difference to the atmosphere on board. Lovely. This is really good. I found one of these kind of furry sticks, which works really good for like collecting all the dust and rubbish off the floor into a pile. Look at that. That's fantastic. Good bit of kit that is. Wish I'd discovered that sooner. So I thought I'd show you what the boat looks like once it's kind of been tidied up. And the reason why the boat is so tidy, or why I've been sorting it out for the last hour, is because this week I've got my surveyor coming up to inspect the boat and to do a full out of water survey and to update the BSS. So basically I want it to look as good as it can be, but also for him to have easy access to all the bits he needs. So it's just a gas locker underneath here for the gas appliances. That's about it, to be honest. The other thing I'll need to do is actually, I'll do it now, I need to take this off here. Because he's going to want to see how the fireplace is constructed. Yeah, that's good. Even though I'm not in the water yet, it's definitely the coldest part of the boat down there. Yeah, it's excellent. Okay, so I thought I'd just explain the next steps of this electric covered install. So this positive buzz bar here, I'm going to probably do away with that. I might keep it, but basically everything's going to be coming off the fuse panel. There might be one or two things off there with an inline fuse and an extra switch, so I might keep it there, but basically all the negatives run off the negative buzz bar, all the positives come from here and feed the appliances. Those are both fed by those two terminals there, which will come in from the batteries. So really the only kind of connectors I need to do are, well, 10 connectors on the back of here. One of them's going to feed the galley, which is this one here. These chunky cables, that feeds the galley. One feeds the galley lights, they're already in there. And there's another one to, yeah, and then the other ones that kind of feed the dinette and the bathroom and the bedroom, they're all coming from here. So for example, the water switch, so let's say that's the water switch there, that will turn everything on. I'm going to have an extra switch at the junction box because that will just turn on basically the junction box, and from there whale gulper and the water pump have their own switch, and therefore another fuse down there as well. But I can kind of turn it off. That'll be the master switch essentially. But everything else, that'll be live bedroom, live dinette, live kitchen, live lights. I think some of the external stuff, like that light there, the light in there, the lights for outside, they'll all probably be here. I might even put the nav lights and the tunnel lights here as well, just so it's easy to access from the engine. So there's plenty of space in there. I said there's only 10 cables coming in from there, a few more coming in from here. There's plenty of room. Yeah, and in terms of access, this is fine. If I really needed to get into it, I can take this off. So I was thinking about making a panel in here which I can access, but to be honest, it's easier to do it from here. So I'm happy with that. And I might just get a piece which just clips in magnetics or on magnets. So yeah, happy days. I've got the surveyor turning up this week, so boat's all spick and span for him. I'm back in London now. Well, I've got to go back to London now. Not too sure when I'll be back at the boat, but the surveyor said they're going to give me a call once they're done, and let me know how it's all how it's all gone off. Anyway, until next time, hope you guys are well. Take care. Bye bye.